Which of the various items that have been included on the town side of the override are the most important? And this goes back to Roger.
Correct, thank you. Maintenance for the buildings, we've just spent about $46 million on the new infrastructure for all of the high school and the Deer Hill School and the middle school. And what got us in the problem prior to the building of the schools was we did no maintenance on them for many, many, many years, and they fell into disrepair. So maintenance is a high item, and the senior outreach, their coordinator down there was a grant-funded position, and the grant has now evaporated. Since that has evaporated, they are forced to relieve her of her post. And I think that would be terrible. We have done a lot for the kids, for the schools. We've done a lot for the library, which is wonderful. They're both fabulous buildings. But I think occasionally the elderly fall through the cracks. And the outreach for the elderly would be very, very, very important. But there again, another priority is maintain the buildings. They have a position for a new maintenance position. We have currently one person, Brian Adams, and he's way understaffed for what he is asked to do, and he desperately needs help, because we do not want to get into the same position we were in before, where the buildings start to go. Now that they're online, also all of the warranties on things like air conditionings, lights and things like that, all the warranties are coming up. And when they go off, we're on the hook ourselves. So we need somebody who can run them, repair them, and maintain them, so we don't get into that same situation again.
So the maintenance and the help with the senior, funding that senior position, those would be your two top priorities of the list.
Correct.
Ted?
Would you mind just repeating the question?
No, of course,
Thanks.
not a problem.
Yeah.
Which of the various additional items that had been included on the town side of the override are the most important?
Right, thank you.
Sure.
There has been an infamous list of other items that the town has proposed that have had different orders of priority for a long time. It's been included, the page 30 in the budget, and this includes things like what Roger has just been talking about. In my mind, one of the top things is a public safety officer at the schools. That's a high priority to the town manager. We spend a lot of money in police overtime. There is also a great need for extra officers. This would satisfy, I think, both. By having an additional salaried person that could integrate into the school and become part of the school community, it would provide for a safer environment. In addition, the town could take advantage of that officer to lower their overtime costs and use him as needed or her as needed in other places, in the town. This would lower, I think, our overtime costs. Maintenance, very important. I'd like to see some of the spending associated with technology to go forward. I think in the age that we live in, any focus on technology that we can provide to the students is also very important. They also call for extra maintenance. They are big facilities and they are new facilities, and we have to maintain them well. So those would be my top priorities to that list.
Okay. Roger, anything else?
In regards to the numbers, the higher number would be a wonderful, wonderful thing to have happen, but the schools still do get a 7% increase over last year's budget, and there are no other boards or departments in town that are getting a 7% increase. Now, I would love to see the 1.459, 1.495 number. I'd love to see that infusion go to the schools. But we're very physically challenged now, and we have an extremely high debt service. So maybe when some of these debts start to come off of we would be in a better financial position to infuse more money into the schools.
Thanks, Roger. Pat?